Today I'd like to share with you my Flowerhorn's growth over his first year. Let's check it out. So before we get into it, comment below if you have a Flowerhorn or if you've ever thought about getting one. And which type do you have, or which would you like to get? Now if you aren't familiar with Flowerhorns, they're a bit of a controversial fish in the hobby. The reason being that they're man-made hybrid. They're bred for their large neutral humps as well as their vividly beautiful colors. The controversy is over hybrids in general. Some a-holes will pass off poor quality hybrids as pureblood, easily fouling up a bloodline to purebred breeders, so that's the main reason why people don't like them. So I got my Flowerhorn when he was about 2 to 3 inches, January 28th of last year, and he looked like this. Picked him over the dozen or so others because all of his fins were in good shape, showing me he's a boss. He also had a small, subtle neutral starting to develop over a lot of the other ones really didn't have that. When I first got him, he was very light, almost neon blue, with a pinkish purple coloring in his throat. He was also super inquisitive, and obviously he still is. Here in February he had darkened up with the black substrate. It really brought his colors out. He went through some awkward teen years with his neutral developing. I was starting to think it would never develop fully, but I think having my pink convict on the other side of an egg crate barrier really helped him more and encouraged the growth in the neutral. He's also grown as large as an adult convict. In March, just over a month after the last picture, his neutral doubled in size. His colors in his throat have also deepened as well. He hasn't really grown that substantially since the last picture. Here in February, his neutral is rounded out a bit more, and it's starting to look less awkward. He's also tripled in size from the day I picked him up. Now in May, he's about 6 to 7 inches, and his neutral's really taken off. By late June, streamers have started to grow on his dorsal and his caudal fins. His neutral no longer looks awkward, and he looks more like you would expect from a Flowerhorn. By the end of September, he's about 8 inches, and he's really starting to be a really beautiful fish. This picture was taken on Christmas Eve. I had just gotten my new Panasonic Lumix G7. I'm loving this camera. It makes my videos look so much better, so you're going to notice that video quality increase in the future. At this point, his growth rate's slowing down, and I think it's possibly due to the tank size. He's in a 40 breeder here, and I think that it's just not quite big enough to give him enough room to stretch his legs. So now, a year later, he's developed his neutral nicely. It may never be an enormous globe like many hobbyists look for, but I think the proportions of it are pretty perfect. Now I feel like his colors are a little bit lighter at the moment from a lack of the dark surroundings. He doesn't have his dark substrate. I'm still debating on whether I want to paint the tank or go back to black sand. What do you guys think? Would you rather paint the tank or have black substrate, or maybe a combination of both? Comment below. And I must point out the amazing streamers on his dorsal and caudal fins. Add in his gorgeous blue, beautifully contrasted by the purplish red in his throat, and he is a showstopper. As you can see, he's been upgraded to the 75-gallon tank. I got him a new heater. I got him an Aqueon Pro heater, that way he can't shatter the glass. He was trying pretty hard on the one in his original tank. I've also thrown over his Sun filter on this tank, and I've changed it up a little bit. I am using the spray bar as well as the surface skimmer now. The spray bar I have turned up almost directly at the surface to provide surface agitation, and I've lowered the intake to where it's just about 2 inches off the bottom. I've also moved his light over as well. Having had him this long, it's well overdue for a name. If he was your Flowerhorn, what would you name him? Comment below to give me some inspiration. So if you watched this far, go ahead and click the subscribe button to catch future updates, breeding guides, and product reviews. And of course, more of this big guy. Thank everyone for watching another Fish Buddy video. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, like my videos if you like it, share it if you want to share it. You got someone that would get some value or entertainment out of my videos, visit me on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Buddy Mayfield Fish Buddy. And thanks again, Fish Buddies, for watching.